Mexican border's right here. Lindsay's here. Tervis is here.
Trail's there.
Bags are there. Trail's there. People say that through hiking will ruin your life in the best way possible, that the trail will break your heart. Consider my life ruined and my heart broken. The Pacific Crest Trail, also known as the PCT, is a 2,653-mile trail that begins at the Mexican border, crawls through the California desert, the High Sierra, Northern California, Oregon, and Washington, and ends at the Canadian border. When I first heard of the trail, I thought that hiking over 2,000 miles for months on end seemed impossible. But I got on a plane and I started, and I didn't stop until I was done. Ooh, true hiking! With the glass.
Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. 'Cause your love is strong.
Baller.
He's always there for you. I keep living alone.
Don't fall in. I almost did.
Far from home.
Look at all these cowboy campers.
It's all hard to be standing on your
It's just it's so tall.
standing on your own. You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor.
It's still going.
Oh yeah.
To resist,
We're in it together.
looking like this, like no one before. 'Cause I must be strong. 'Cause this might go on for. 'Cause I was wrong. He's always there for you. I keep living alone.
Oh my god.
But ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own.
How's your cheese? You got hyperextended. I'm just talking.
Wanting more, this is so unreal.
I don't know why they.
Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see?
Feels like
Must have been wrong. 'Cause your love
one more time. Thank you. 10,000 soldiers on parade.
always there for me.
And just like that, 7 months later, it was over. I had never even backpacked before I decided to commit to this trip. But on March 12th, 2022, my best friend Lindsay and I flew from snowy upstate New York to impossibly beautiful San Diego. And on March 14th, we began our trek. Here's Mexico. Here we go. With one step at a time, we made it to mile 1. 1 mile down. 49 to go. And so began our series of firsts. First meal on trail. First teeth brushing on trail. First night at camp on trail. First snake sighting on trail, first campfire on trail, first message in the dirt.
Someone left us a message.
Our first hitch into town.
Tamara and Karen?
Tamara and Karen.
And they just gave us our first hitch, and they're very sweet, and they were with us for about the last 20 miles.
That's right. We got you safely to Julian.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
Great
happy
little
trail.
town.
And it's cold. It's cold up here.
It's cold. So nice to meet both of you.
Bye-bye.
We received our first trail magic, and about a weekend, our first trail family, or as we call it, Tramily. We found ourselves in a group of 7, with Lindsay, Gramps, Spot, Drama, Coach, Lemony, and me. I earned the trail name Benny, short for Benadryl. Apparently people notice when you're taking excessive amounts. A few weeks later, we met VIP, who would end up sticking around until the very end with me. It took adjusting, but I quickly settled into my simple routine. Wake up, deflate. Pack up, and start walking. Filter water that might be unsafe for drinking, walk. We would have a snack break and a lot of times a 4-hour afternoon siesta because the desert could be unbearably hot. And then back to walking. And eventually set up camp, cook dinner, which can be obscure for some hikers.
Are you doing it?
Could you explain what's on here, please?
I didn't want to carry a 2-pound meat stick, so I wanted to start eating that. I had to kill the peanut butter, and then I was eating chips, and I just said, fuck it. That's pretty much
The
what
jelly.
happened.
Alright, live review.
Oh, God, I hope it's good. Actually, pretty fucking solid.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
After that, we wake up and do it all again. Once you live a version of life so simple, meaningful, and fulfilling, the task of returning to quote-unquote normal life seems impossible. It's ironic, isn't it? 7 months of walking have changed my life forever. In a flash, everything became joy. I felt the happiest I had in my entire life. For the next 600 miles, I didn't miss real life for a single moment.
I never got I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold.
Tonight, we're sleeping in a bathroom.
Be glad to tell you.
It was moments like sleeping in a pit toilet, the hottest days I knew I should be miserable, missing accessible water and shelter. I just couldn't help but feel so fulfilled by the trail that there wasn't room for anything else.
We climbed a mountain! Nothing motivates quite like the prospect of getting real food. I can't talk. I'm running to town. How's everyone feel at the road walk? How'd you sleep last night?
Pretty good.
Nice.
We learned so much about who we were in the desert and who we would become. We learned what we were capable of and that it was always more. We learned to trust each other and trust ourselves. We gained the confidence for what came next, and I was running toward it at full speed.
We made it to the Sierra! How do you feel, Lemony?
Pretty fucking excited for tomorrow.
Me too.
Holy shit.
We are walking into Kennedy Meadows this morning, which is insane. It's been so emotional. And I'm just trying to take a minute to just feel this. Because you only get to feel this once. You only do this once. You only, walk 700 miles through the California desert once and get to feel that. So. Is this mile 700?
It is.
Woo! Desert's over! Big moment. Oh, yay! They're clapping. Oh, this is so cool. Who's crying?
The desert was over.
After 700 miles, they're going in the trash. Oh no.
And then we loaded our food into bear-resistant canisters and started walking.
Just come along and get right in. This is how
It is day 2 of being in the Sierra. We have beautiful weather. Currently laying on a rock, living the dream.
The honeymoon stage quickly ended in the High Sierra. I was challenged in every way possible. Every day was a new pass to conquer. No option besides through. Forward.
Who's ready to summit Whitney? Can't see anything.
2 hours of sleep. Because you don't have a headlamp on.
The top of Whitney! Water's turned to ice over one hike to Mount Whitney. Slushy. Snow and Mio slushy.
Delicious.
Delicious. Ellen!
Snowy conditions and impending storms sometimes made for a tough decision to turn back
We're
around.
still gonna get like snowed on or something.
I don't know if it's, I don't know. I just like don't know if I feel comfortable. Ah!
I personally feel like all of them are shitty options.
Yeah.
Like nothing sounds good.
But being back in town meant safety, good food, good company, and
Body!
and new party tricks, which never hurts.
talking bullshit. It's hard to see.
Trail wasn't going anywhere, and we made it back to climb Kearsarge Pass for a
Fourth time's a charm! Right, Drama? We're at Mather Pass. We just came through there. And we're gonna head up there. You can see the switchbacks. And we're gonna go pass through there.
Ooh!
The Sierras were beautiful and challenging and exhausting, and you fought for every view that you got. And every view was worth the fight. Despite this being the most physically challenging section of trail for me, we, of course, found joy along the way.
On a rerun.
What is that?
Dog tired singing.
What is that?
And when it came to an end, I felt braver, stronger, and ready to conquer whatever the trail would throw at me for the rest of the time I was out there. And boy, was I in for a treat.
You're calling 911?
Okay, yeah, we're at something. We're about to go up.
This was just the beginning of our wildfire journey with the PCT. We would make it through 400 miles of the beautiful and seemingly never-ending Northern California before the trail went up in flames. But first we faced the scorching heat, with some days reaching as hot as 108 degrees.
I just had a swim. It's so hot out today. It felt amazing. I think there's another river in 3 miles, and I will also swim in that.
We reveled in the trail's sunsets and sunrises, and we hit the halfway point.
Yay!
We soaked in our final moments together in Northern California.
Dogfoot the bug whisperer.
And then the fires started.
The McKinney fire is raging out of control.
And this morning, crews are really struggling to contain the flames while facing heat, thunderstorms, and wind that could make the fire even bigger.
And the fire did spread. A lot. We knew we had to change our plans and probably leave our beloved PCT for the time being. We got a ride into Oregon, driving through the haze, where we would rest and recharge, and ultimately decide that it was time to start our time on the Oregon Coast Trail. So much was different about the coast, but one thing that stayed the same, per usual, was the kindness of strangers who opened up their lives and their homes to us.
Good morning. Today, after a long hiatus of going over to the Oregon coast, we are finally starting in Washington. So we're gonna cross the Bridge of the Gods this morning, which feels weird because we didn't actually make it to the California-Oregon border because of the fires, and then we didn't actually walk Oregon. So, I don't know, it's this weird feeling like I don't deserve this moment, or it doesn't feel as earned or rewarding as I wanted it to be, but it's still gonna be cool. So we are, headed into Washington today. Excited to see how beautiful it is, and then when we finish Washington and get to Canada, we're gonna turn around and hopefully hit Oregon. So let's do this. Here we go. Coming up on Bridge of the Gods. Whoop whoop. Final stage. I don't think the Bridge of the Gods is safe for walking. Been getting their shots. The Bridge of the Gods. Iconic.
Yeah, I want it, oh, I want it, let's go. And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby.
And so began Washington, where the water was clear, the community was strong, and the nature was divine.
Baby, I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away.
Currently in Goat Rocks Wilderness. It's freaking beautiful, but haven't seen any goats. So I'm hoping that changes. That'd be cool. The face. We have Rainier, St. Helens, and Adams, and a wild dog pit. All in one place.
And then, more news of fire.
So we were supposed to head out of Snoqualmie Pass today. We're halfway through Washington. But this morning a whole bunch of new fires broke out. And looks like our hike in Washington is over. So it's a hard day. It's a hard day.
With that, we took some time to mope, be a part of the real world for a few days, before deciding to get on a train for 15 hours to go back to the sections of California and Oregon that we missed previously due to fires. Trail continued to challenge me, and there were days where
Pretty much all I wanted to do the entire day was keel over, lay down, and give up and go home. I just not walk anymore. But I kept walking and I still did my 25 miles for the day. And today's a new day. But I'm really proud of myself for that.
And alas, trail life went on.
Putting it in context with dirty fingers means very stingy eyes. More trees to go over. Finally! Hello, for my first miles on the PCT in Oregon. We've officially hiked all of California, roughly 1,700 miles. I feel fulfilled, proud, tired, amazing. everything. Definitely feeling everything. But it feels good. I'm so happy that we got to come back, and so thankful for all the trail crews and the people that made this possible for us after the fires.
So good.
So we just took off from Bend this morning. It is the final 7 or 8 days of trail, which feels insane. Been out here for almost 7 months now. It's finally coming to an end. It's extremely bittersweet. Just gonna try to savor it and soak it all in. I finally spotted mountain goats, and I'm so happy. God, that's like a polar bear. There's one, oops, over there too. So cool. Ooh. Oh, they're both there. I didn't realize. We got Mount Jefferson over here, saying goodbye. And over here, saying hello to Mount Hood. Hello, I am doing my first 30-mile day. We're at our last mile. And this is when it gets hard. It's already been hard, but this is probably the hardest part. Just gotta keep walking. Good morning. Today is the last full day on the PCT.
And just like that, in what felt like a blink of an eye, it was time for my series of lasts. Last dinner on trail, last uphill push of trail, last morning waking up in my tent. Last sunset on trail. Last day on trail with someone who started as a stranger but became my best friend. After 7 months and 4 days, my walk was finally over.
Back at the Bridge of the Gods. Made it. PCT is complete.
This trail has meant everything to me. It has been the adventure of a lifetime. It's been joy, pride, growth, pain, fear, and heartache. I can barely recognize the person that I was on March 14th. She seemed so young and so different. She was fearful that she wouldn't be strong enough, that she might quit or fail. She might disappoint everyone at home who was rooting for her. I wish I could show her this, because she did this. My life might be ruined and my heart might be broken, but I am so full. Thank you, PCT. The messages that you left me in the dirt have melted into my heart forever.